Okay. All right, Tuesday. Pretty Petty Tuesday all up in the area. Pretty Petty Tuesday all up in your area. The Daily Go Show. Don't be interrupting me. Right. The Daily Go Getimism Show all up in your area tonight. We are talking about when you have to tell them. Oh my God. You know what? I didn't even really realize that I messed the title up. Sheesh. Okay. All right. All right. Sheesh. Okay. Yeesh. It's all right. We got it. Um, um, when you have to tell them that their time is up. When you have to tell them that their time is up. Listen, from my point of view, when you have to tell somebody that their time is up, you're telling them more that than just that things are changed. Things have changed between the two of you or with all of you, or however it goes. When you tell somebody that their time is up, you're basically telling them that they no longer serve a purpose in your life. You're telling them that it is over. It is done. Maybe before we were loosely done, but now we are done. You know, you gotta write DONE. Like this is final. This is over. This is the end. Is this the end? Yes. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And ain't no turning back. Ain't no fixing this. Ain't no blah 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 diggy dang the dang the dang. Yeah. And it can be very hard for a person to do. Even the person that has to tell them that their time is up. It can be hard for them because you become accustomed to seeing a person, hearing from a person, knowing that a person is there. You know, you get used to pretty much, you know, seeing someone on a regular basis, being able to depend on a person, knowing that a person is reliable. You know, when you are a structured person, if you're a little OCD or something like that, you're used to things being in their natural place. You know, you may be the type of person that takes the same way home every day, the same way to work every day. There's some people who don't really switch it up. And there are people who are so structured and who are so habitual that when things are out of place even just a little bit, they start to feel uncomfortable. They get irritated. It throws them off. I mean, you don't have to blame yourself over it. It is what it is. And a lot of times that's just the way it goes. So telling a person that they no longer have a purpose in your life means that you have to get comfortable with the fact that you are unwilling or unable to make any more time for a person that you used to make time for, even if you did not want to make time for them or if it made you uncomfortable or irritated to have to make time for them. Sort of like a coworker at work or the job that you work at. Yeah, when your job's time is up. Like, listen, I worked here to try to advance myself, learn skills, move up the corporate ladder, or I worked here for the money because the money was really good. But you know what? I can't do this anymore. I can't work another day in this office, in this field, in this industry. This time has come, served its purpose, and it's gone. It no longer has a purpose. I cannot get up at 5 o'clock in the morning any longer to come up in here and be here by 7 o'clock. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot swipe my bus pass or pay the Uber or put the gas in the tank in order to come here anymore. It's over. No matter how much y'all offer to pay me, it's over. I've moved on. I've advanced farther than what this job can do for me anymore. It could be because you have your own business. It can be because you are making money in some other venture or in some other way. It could be because you are unable to go to this job anymore. Maybe you are physically disabled or whatever, and the energy, the time, the energy, and the effort that it took in order to get here every day, even though they really depended on you and needed you and were willing to pay you anything that was necessary in order for you to come in, because you could do this job differently and better than anybody else that they could think about hiring. You were a team player beyond measure, and whatever they had to do to get you to stay, they would be willing to do. But you said there is nothing. No, don't offer me another raise, and it doesn't matter what kind of raise you give me. I gotta go. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. They no longer serve a purpose in your life. It can make you uncomfortable to have to tell somebody that, or to really even feel that way. And that's one of the reasons why people put off doing it for so long. They don't want to tell nobody that, because it's almost like having to tell somebody that their time is up is almost like dissing them. You're not insulting them, but you're dissing them. You know, you're telling them that they're not worth the effort. You're telling them that you don't have the time for them. You're telling them that you're not willing to make the time for them, and you're telling them that in this game of musical chairs in your life, all of the seats are taken out. I'm taken up. They have to get out of the game. Your time is up. You know how musical chairs is. You know how musical chairs is. So yeah, they didn't get a seat. They didn't get a seat. This game of musical chairs in this area or in this life is over. The seats are taken up. So they got to get out of the game. So yeah. So people put off doing this for years. They put off doing it for years at work. They definitely put it off for years in love. They put it off for years with their family, with their kids. You know how it is when when you have spoiled your kids all of their lives, you have given them everything, you have provided everything for them almost to a fault, because they expect you to just keep providing for them. You've been Johnny on the spot. You've been a good parent. You've definitely shown love, and you've definitely done the things to make sure that they were well taken care of. But what you didn't do is make sure that they were responsible and ready for the world. You kind of protected them from the world. Like, I work hard so they won't have to work as hard as I had to work. And they may not be willing to work at all. So here they are, 40 years old, 40 years old, just chilling up in your crib. And y'all argue over bills. Y'all argue over company, argue over all that shit. Yo, argue. I mean, you know how most parents want to leave a family home for their children. Like, I may not have struck it rich over my life and my career, but I want to leave this home to my children so they will never have to worry about being homeless or having to pay rent or whatever. I'm leaving y'all this crib. Most parents want that for their children. What they didn't foresee is those children still having their same room in that same house for the last 35 years. What they didn't see was their children arguing over running up the phone bill, running up the light bill, running up the gas bill, running up the cable, and not being willing to pay their part. Why don't they want to pay their part? Is because you have taken up the slack their whole lives. They're not used to paying bills. They're used to you paying bills. So from birth all the way up until 21, or maybe when they until they got out of college, you took care of everything. You expected that once they got a good job, got on their feet, and all of that stuff, then they would be, they would go ahead, start a family of their own, maybe moved out on their own, maybe they make enough money. It's a weird thing when they make enough money, more than enough money, but they don't want to go. And you know what? You don't want them to go either. You got the whole empty nest syndrome thing going on. So you have kind of you fueled this thing. You fed it. Like you ain't really want to live by yourself, and they ain't want to live by themselves. So we worked out a compromise at home forever because you didn't want to tell them that the time was up, but then their time was up. You may have gotten to the point where now you got a new man. Talking to the ladies, you got a new man, and you and your new man, y'all want to do the baby boy thing. Y'all ready to have this crib to yourselves. Something like that. Your new man is like, I respect the fact that you love your kids, you provide for your kids, you did everything for your kids, but your kids ain't kids no more. Your kids probably have kids. Your kids have kids, and them and their kids are up in here. What we doing? What we doing? So, he might be on that type time where he's like, I want you to come live with me. Or we gonna get a house of our own. Or whatever the case may be. Even if y'all not to that point, the bottom line is he wants you to himself. And he figures like, shoot, all my kids are grown. I can move and do, whenever they need me, I'm there for them. But my house is my house and theirs is theirs. What's up with yours? So it might be hard for you to tell your kids that their time is up. A lot of single mothers go through this. Not trying to diss, but it's just a real thing. A lot of single mothers go through this. You know who else went through it? Fred Sanford on Sanford and Son. He ain't never want Lamont to go nowhere. It's a little odd for a grown man to not want to be a full bachelor. Like, even if you don't want to live by yourself, normally you want your lady to live with you or something like that. Fred was like, nah, me and my son. You know what I mean? We're gonna run this junkyard. And even though it was just TV, it was based on a real life example. Every time Lamont talked about going somewhere, moving out, being on his own, whatever, something always kept Lamont there. And the thing that kept Lamont there was his dad. It's not an unfamiliar story to most of us. So yeah, when you have to tell them that their time is up, when you have to tell them that their time is up, when you have to tell them that their time is up, when you have to tell them that their time is up, when you have to tell them that their time is up, when you have to tell them that their time is up, when you have to tell them that their time is up, when you have to tell them that their time is up, when you have to tell them that their time is up, you gotta be ready for yourself, baby, for real, y'all. So yeah, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. But we gonna try. I said we gonna try. I mean, make it a little easier than when you have to. Shit is real, baby. It's real. So yeah, when you have to tell them that the time is up, you might not be ready to let somebody be totally free. You just want to get the bad parts out of the way. Well, that's to me, that's not when their time is fully up. So their time may be up in one area or maybe a few areas, but it ain't up. Like, I still love you, but ew. Yeah. We can't even do a consolidation thing here. We can't do that. When now I can do it. So, this is it's a sensitive area. It's a serious area. And it's one of those areas that we have to confront our own selves as well as we confront somebody else. And it just might not make us comfy. And we want to be comfy out here. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says, Jermaine Jackson's "Don't Take It Personal" comes to mind. Yeah. He also says, I told one ex she needed to cut the umbilical cord. Hence, she's an ex numerous for numerous reasons. I hear that. And Carol Chamberlain says, sometimes you have to kick them out of the nest and let them fly. But you got to be ready to fly yourself. That's the thing, Carol. You got to be ready to fly yourself. You're ready for somebody else to be free, but you got to be ready to be free too. You know what? I don't know if y'all have ever subscribed to this ideology. I think this kind of comes out of I was years ago, I was dating this girl she was a Hebrew Israelite. I guess you could say she was into it, but she was a Hebrew Israelite. And from her point of view, whenever she had sex with a man, then they were married. Now, she was telling me that the Hebrew Israelites practice that. So that's their form of marriage. So there is no fornication. Once y'all have sex with each other, y'all married. So I'm like, so if you're having sex with multiple people, or if y'all are not together, like if y'all are having sex in a casual situation, you're still married? And she said, yeah. So I was like, okay. Don't ask me my point of view. If that's the way you look at it, that's the way you look at it. When things broke down between me and her, we weren't seeing each other. We weren't dealing with each other. And she used to tell me all the time, you need to free me. And I was like, what are you talking about? She said, I need you to free me. I need you to let me go. And I was like, we haven't been messing around. Like, what do you already free? She was like, no, it doesn't work that way. You have to confirm that you and I are not together anymore. I was like, you're a grown woman. Neither one of us were babies. She was a little bit older than me, maybe about at least 4 or 5 years older than me. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I wasn't a young man at the time. I was about 37. So she had to be about 41, something like that. 41, 42, some shit. So I'm like, what are you talking about? And she was dead serious. She was one of those, everything she say has to be taken ultra serious because there's this mystical affair. She was like, Omar, I just need you to free me because I can't see anybody else until you do. And me being the smart ass that I am, I said, no, free yourself. I ain't freeing nobody. I literally did this over the phone. Like, what? Because maybe I lacked understanding of it or whatever, but it sounded ridiculous to me. It did. It sounded like, what are you talking about? If you're through with me and I'm through with you, you ain't got to ask my permission. She said, yes, I do have to ask your permission because you are my. I was like, don't you? You Hebrew Israelite, not me. Compared to you, I'm a heathen. Heathens don't have to. Heathens don't have to follow rules. So, but yeah, she was serious. She was serious. So I'm sure that eventually she had to have moved on with her life. But thinking back on it, thinking back on it, I guess I could have just played the game. But like I said, it sounded ridiculous. What are you talking about? I need you to free me, Omar. All like at it. Yo, tell 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 the boys back at the joint, you know what I mean, that just tell them I did it. They ain't gonna know. They ain't gonna know. Carol said, looking like a spoiled child. Yo, I knew I was. You know what I'm saying? Um, no, I said, Carol, with me, it took 3 times to stay out of the house. Relocating with all the growing pains did the trick. That's what's up. No, it says I almost spit out my water when you did the pose after free yourself. I was literally on the phone like, no. She was like, Omar, please stop playing. I said, I'm not playing. No, you free yourself. I ain't got no chains over here. I don't have no requirements for you. I ain't even make this phone call. You did. Free yourself. Go ahead. Run. Run. Do the Kunta and Kizzy thing. I ain't gonna tell Massey you left. And it was messed up because I still consider her to be a friend. She was cool. But honestly, I thought she was a little cuckoo. Because of that and other things. But T. Carey Wright says, this rule is news to me. Let me ask my cousin. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if she was telling the truth, but that's she said, according to them, that's what she had to do. She also said she was she also said that she was no longer a Capricorn because we are moving to the age of Pisces, so everybody's sign moved up. So she wasn't a Capricorn no more. She was now an Aquarius. I'm dead serious. So she was telling everybody, I'm not a Capricorn anymore. I'm an Aquarius. I was like, yo. I should have been like, wait a minute, did I approve that? Get your ass back in January. Get your ass. Mm-mm. Nope. No, no, no. No Aquarius for you. Capricorn. You are the goatfish. Goatfish, goatfish, goatfish. And I want you to be a proud Capricorn. They have a lot to be proud of. Don't you go infiltrating. Don't you go infiltrating these air signs. Yo. Anyway, so, but yeah, thinking back on it, I would have freeing her would have meant to her that okay, Now she's not only able to, pursue another relationship or whatever, but also now she has the Omar monkey off her back. I was like, I'm running the easiest motherfuckers to get rid of that you ever saw. Ain't nobody ever had me beating down their door like, let me back in. Hello? We good? Huh? I mean, I'm just saying. But everybody has their thing. So when we talk about when you have to tell them that their time is up, you have to understand that what you might be telling somebody and what you might have to also tell yourself is that it's over, done, finished. There is no, you're just letting go of this part. You're not turning in this car so you can get a new car. You're not getting this thing fixed. You're trading it in. This one no longer exists, so you can have that one. That's it. So if you're talking about your baby mom, your ex-spouse, your current spouse, that their time is up, you might have to actually be saying to them that from now on, we are just co-parenting. That's it. So, no more of those friendly lunches, you know, um, exchanging pleasantries and all of that kind of stuff, talking about old times, reminiscing, being friends. Like, I can't do that no more. I have a new lady and she wouldn't appreciate me kicking it with you, especially given the type of relationship that we had. So outside of our son, our daughter, or our sons and daughters, me and you basically like high and by. You might not be prepared to do that. And a lot of people aren't prepared to do that. And a lot of times they will blame the source of making them do that or making them have to do that or feel like they have to do it. There's sometimes when you can't coexist with one situation because of another situation. You have to choose. There's sometimes and some situations where you have to draw a line in the sand. You can't have a little of both, or you can't have all of this and still a little of that. It gotta be all of this and none of that. You no Neapolitan ice cream. In the Neapolitan ice cream, you got a little vanilla, you got a little chocolate, and you got a little strawberry. Well, in this game, when you have to tell them that the time is up, you might have to have just all vanilla, all chocolate, or all strawberry, or whatever flavor that you choose, but you can't mix the three. No ice cream and cookies. No cookies and milk. Just the cookies or the milk. Just the ice cream or the cake. So a lot of people put off telling somebody that their time is up. They keep trying to fit them in. They keep trying to work it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't get along the way we used to, and I don't really want to be with her. You know what I mean? But the sex is like, it's the one area in our lives that fix all of the other areas. Well, there may come a time where no, my G, or no, shorty, can't be that way, and that might make you a little comfortable, and it might make the other person comfortable. Have y'all ever seen anybody struggle? Have y'all ever seen anybody struggle to try to be with somebody? Like they tried to make it as seamless as possible. Like, listen, I know you got a wife, or I know you got a girl. I know. So listen, you just come and see me whenever you see me. Some people are very scheduled. Like, listen, I know you got to be with your wife or your husband on these days, so you just see me this day. So I'll be here on this day when you come to see me. That's all I need. So when you have to tell them that the time is up and you can't even provide yourself for that one day, they looking at it like, I don't mean enough to you for you to provide one day for me? One day? Like, I don't call your house. I don't pop up on you. I don't tell on you. I help you. I do everything for you. There's no reason to cut me off. But there is. The reason that you have to get cut off is because it's done. No, I really can't provide that one day. That one day is done. I can't do it because me leaving for that one day to be with you is going to mess up the other 6 days with her or him. I can't do it. We got to stop doing this. Plus, you shouldn't have to sacrifice your happiness, your freedom, and your options for me. So they looking at like, man, you must be crazy. They might make it hard for you. Like, no, you ain't dropping me. Like I said, I made it easy for you. Don't make me have to make it hard. Now, I'm going to be in my normal place on that day, and I suggest you make time to be there as usual. Or you're going to wish you had made it that day. And other days too. It can get ugly. Oh, it can get ugly. Mm-hmm. It can get bad. It can get bad. It can get bad, baby. So, my man Job Biggs. Shalom to you, my brother. Shalom. Good to see you, kid. TK right says it affects the person being cut and the person cutting. We pretend like it's easy, but it's not. We may readjust quickly, but it doesn't mean we weren't affected. That's right. But the word is affected. That's AFFECTED. See, affected is you see, there's actually no word such as affected. It's affected. Now there is effective, and there actually is no effective. Affective. There's no, but yeah, it's effective. Mm-hmm. Stacey White says, I've never been in a fatal attraction before. Whew! Well, one thing about a fatal attraction is that you don't know that you're in it until it's too late. By the time you're in a fatal attraction, I remember when I was 17, I saw that movie. I swear to God, I considered that shit to be the scariest movie I ever saw in my life. Like, forget about Friday the 13th, Halloween, Freddy, was Nightmare on Elm Street. Forget about all of that. This is the scariest movie I ever saw. Because this shit could happen. This is real. I wasn't in no messy, crazy, you know what I mean, less than monogamous shit when I was 17. So I'm looking at this like, this is, ooh. Man, he got some out of town ground round. And she tried to ruin the boy's life. I won't be ignored. I was like, yo, this John Wiley. Nar says, I think I'm the worst at letting go. I'm talking borderline demoralization in one particular situation. like the main ingredient said, everybody plays the fool. Hey man, at different pockets in your life, at different frequencies in your life, it can be that way. It can be that way. But we're supposed to learn from the situations that we're in. And sometimes we fail to realize that our own time is up. We extend our time because there are plenty of times when we get too comfortable with even being uncomfortable. I'm too comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm used to being uncomfortable. I'm used to it. I'm uncomfortable right right before 9 o'clock and right after 5:30. So soon as I'm go to work, I'm uncomfortable. And as soon as I get off work, I'm uncomfortable. And we get like that. And we make excuses like everybody has their problems and nobody is like the people on TV and there's no perfect love and blah blah blah. We rationalize all of this stuff. But what we're really saying to ourselves is we are not ready to leave the nest. We are not ready to tell ourselves and prove to ourselves that the time is up. Basically, it's time for us to grow up and we refuse to do it. We on some old Toys R Us kid bullshit. Hold on, y'all. No. What is doing? Sorry, y'all. Me work, me work phone was ringing, like they hung up. So, oh well. But yeah, we on some Toys R Us kid shit. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, and we're literally doing that. So we are literally stifling our growth, stunting our growth. Literally, like no, nope, nope. If I become 18, then I'm going to have to be eligible to be tried as an adult. And if I turn 21, I'm going to actually have to be an adult. I'm going to have to, have kids of my own. Or I that don't mean nothing because plenty of people have kids of their own and they still don't grow up. They never learn responsibility, and so they never teach their children any responsibility either. Some people never learn to prioritize. But what all I'm saying is that there are plenty of times when we don't admit to ourselves that our time is up, that we really don't have time or purpose for some of the things in our lives that we have been making times and purposes for. We got to do it though. Nature will do it for us. Time and nature will do it for us. But some of us try to, you know, if you have a manual clock, you can set the time to whatever you want to set it to. But that doesn't change what the real time is. And that's kind of what we're doing when we fail to acknowledge that our time is up. It's like at 9 o'clock, I gotta do something. This is you know, the 12 and the 9. So what do? Now, look, it's only quarter to 6. 9, quarter to 6. It's really 9 o'clock. But we set the clock to quarter to 6. So time is marching on without us. And it's actually taking us with us, but we're not acknowledging it. We got to do better. We got to do better. It says profound quote. When the pain of staying the same outweighs the pain of change, it is only then that the decision to change is made. I say it differently. I say that change happens when you can't do the things that you used to do anymore, voluntarily or involuntarily. We will do whatever works. for however long it takes. You don't change something that's working. And that's whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. As long as it keeps working, you're going to always run back to that because that's your cushion. That's your safety pad. That's your saving grace. But just like when you leave food out for an animal outside, it's going to come there expecting that food to be there every day. When you first stop putting that food out there for whatever reason, that animal is still going to show up and show up and show up and show up. Once they realize, yo, the food ain't here no more. It ain't here. It's not here. The person that I see put the food out there, I still see them. And I'm like, yo, so what's up with the food? And they ain't putting the food out there. So guess what? That animal has to find another means of survival. It has to find another means of eating. No other choice. But they would have kept coming there. They would have said, to hell with hunting. My food is there. Now they got to go back out and hunt. So yeah, when your ability to do things the way that you have been doing them for the last 60 years is gone, guess what? From 60 on to the last day of you being on this earth happens, you have to make a change. For a lot of people, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. Because they ain't trying to change no other way. They like, nah, I understand it don't work for you, but it worked for me, so I'm gonna keep doing it. You won't have to do what I do, and I don't have to do what you do, but I'm gonna keep doing it. So when we talk about you have to tell them that their time is up, you also have to tell yourself that your time is up. You got to do more than just tell yourself, though. You got to mean it. It's time to move on. People stay on jobs for years and years and years, not getting paid no money. For what? Is it because they're lazy and they don't want to look for a better job sometimes? And sometimes their self-esteem tells them that this is good enough. Well, what I'll do is I'll stay on this job, but I'll work, 2 or 3 other jobs in order to make ends meet. Why don't you just get a better job? Get a better job. Because they found comfort here. Like, the money not that good, but the benefits are all of that. Man, fuck a benefit. Real shit. I don't care about no benefits. I need money. Because I can't take my health plan, my dental plan, my vision plan, my retirement plan, my 401k. I can't take that to the market. Can't do it. I can't take it to the furniture store. I can't take it to the car dealership. I can't take it. I can't take that shit. I can't present it to the light company. Or should I say the electric company, the gas company, water company, my phone company. None of that shit. I can't pay with benefits. Benefits are insurance. They are, if something happens, you can stay alive. Well, I need something so I will live. So no, I'm not taking this little bit of money because, they give us a big Christmas bonus at Christmas. No, I need my money. I need more money. So I'm going to go somewhere where I make a decent amount of money that I want and have the benefits. Because if it's a good job, that's what it will provide in the first place. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, people stay on jobs for way too long. People stay but oh yeah, people stay on jobs too long. But soon as the job decides that your time is up, ain't no saving you. All those relationships that you had at the job, ain't no saving you. when they eliminate your position at the job. Ain't no saving you. When they decide that you need to be downsized, ain't no saving you. When your time is up with them, out of here. Man, you've been working here all these years. You got all this skill and all of that kind of stuff. Too bad you can't spend your seniority, but we know that you're good enough to work for somebody else, and you need to go work for somebody else because you can't work here. Don't try to come to HR begging, crying, and pleading. It ain't gonna work. Don't try to go to your supervisor. He or she can't save you. Don't try to go to your manager. He or she can't save you. Don't even think about going to the owner or the CEO or whatever, because guess what? They told me to tell you that they are unavailable. They don't have time. They're out of town. You know, goddamn well, they're right up in that office. But no, you can't talk to them today. Yeah, you used to have free reign to go up in there and talk to them when it was all good, but they decided it was time for you to go. And ain't no saving you. So we stay on jobs too long. We don't want to tell ourselves that our time is up. We stay in relationships too long, marriages too long. We let people use and abuse and take unfair advantage of us for too long. But when the time is up, the time is up. That's it. That's it. She Carrie Wright says sometimes you have to tell a bad friend that their time is up. Woo! 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 Telling a friend that their time is up. To me, it's the same thing as telling a lover that their time is up. You know who has to tell people that their time is up a lot? And they have to mean it? Drug addicts. Drug addicts have to let their cohorts, their get high buddies know that their time is up. Listen, I'm trying to get clean. I got to get clean for my health. I don't want to die because I was a drug addict. I don't want to die like that. I don't want that to be my legacy. I got to get back right with my wife. I got to get back right with my kids. I got to be able to go around my family. I got to stop making a fool and an ass of myself. So I can't be hanging around people who are still getting high because I still want to get high. And I'm not ready or strong enough to be around people who are getting high unless I'm going to get high with them. And I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to do that. So if you're not ready to get clean with me, your time is up. You got to go. And I got to mean it. I can't even keep checking on you because it's like checking in. Checking on you when I know what you're doing is like me checking in to make sure that what I could be doing is still there. It's real shit. It's real shit. So when you have to tell them that their time is up, you got to mean it. We can't keep doing this dance. You know, doing that dance. You know, when you at a party, you only want to dance on the songs that you like. Like this the song that gets you on the dance floor. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. Ooh, yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I want to rock right now. I'm rock bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock a microphone because I get stupid. Yeah. When a song comes on that you don't like, you sit down, clear the dance floor. Well, it might come a time, or there will come a time, where you're going to have to dance the whole goddamn party. If somebody ain't going to be your partner, dance partner for the whole night, What up, Mia? Shit is real, y'all. I didn't shout all y'all out. Brother from another mother, North Hill, T. Carey Wright, Carol Chamberlain, Stacey White. I'm sure I didn't miss nobody. But yeah, man, when you have to tell them that their time is up, when you have to tell them that they no longer serve a purpose in your life, you got to mean it. You have to mean it to your core. You got to follow through. See, making a declaration about something is one thing. Breaking up with somebody when you're mad is one thing. But you know somebody's seriousness by the follow through. You know, because that's when the hard work gets done. The easier, and it's not always easy, but the easier work is making the declaration, having the epiphany. Like, yeah, I know I gotta, yeah, man. I know I gotta get it together. I gotta change my life. I gotta change this. I gotta switch this around. I gotta do better. But the follow through, just like getting clean off drugs, not to make another drug reference, but it's the real shit. Getting clean off drugs is nothing more than a detox. So yeah, I got 24 hours clean. I got 48 hours clean, 72 hours, 96 hours. I got 7 days clean. I have a month clean. I got 90 days clean. I got 180 days, 6 months clean. You know? 9 months, a year. Once you start approaching that year, that's you following through. The detox may have been hard, but the detox only lasted as long as those drugs stay in your system. So most drugs, besides marijuana, are out of your system in like 48 hours. Alcohol is out of in 24 hours. Alcohol is out of your system in 24 measly hours. So that lets you know the stronghold that it has on alcoholics when they can't make it to that 24th hour without drinking. And even when they do, that pull is reeling them back in. So your body is free of alcohol after 24 hours. But you go back and get it after the 24 hours is done. The follow through is the hard part. The detox is the easy part. The follow through is hard. It takes dedication. It takes time. It takes tenacity. You have to really want it, mean it, and go for it. Hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? No, it says, I want to rock right now. Nope. That's right. Wrong rock. No ready rock. No ready rock. TK, right? Did he shout you out? I'm folding Lenny. You know what? Y'all crazy. Yeah, crazy. Nars. Okay, let me see. You know what? Y'all stop playing. All right. It says the detox is the bandage coming off the wound. Oozing is the follow through. And that's hard. That's the hard part. Yeah. You got to keep going. The drugs are out of your system. Now you got to keep them out of your system. You have to stop going around people who are doing that. You got to cut off your friends that are doing drugs. You got to cut off the drug dealers. You have to live with the stigma of being a fiend out there. People saw you cop drugs. They saw you do it. And they never forget it. Anybody who you have ever bought drugs off of will never let you forget that you bought drugs off of them. We don't think about that when we on drugs. And anybody you have bought drugs from, you will never forget that you bought drugs from them. So, you know what I mean? Drug dealers running around here acting like they've changed their life around, or acting like they never did anything wrong to their kids and all that. Like, oh, that boy running for mayor? Well, he used to run the block down there around on Water Street. Any of my Philly people know where Water Street is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to cop from him down Water Street. Only my deep North Philly people know what I'm talking about. Down there on Water Street. On Water. Water Street is after Front Street. You know, Front Street, it represents First Street. So Water Street is right on the border, the end of North Philly, before you get to Kensington. Water Street. You never forget anybody that you bought drugs from. So this dude running for mayor, city council, and all of that, acting like he's so much for the community. All I know is he used to have the best shit around the way down on Water Street, because that's where I used to cop from him. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's do these birthday shout outs, because our time is up. We have some birthday shout outs. Some people were born on this glorious March 7th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special, because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Eberlina Jean, turning 32 years old today, and Mona J. Wyatt, happy birthday to you, and K. John, happy birthday to you, K. And also Malik Smith, turning 53 years old today, and Maria Altagracia Liriano Morfe, turning 45 years old today, and Marie Lua Salgado, turning 53 years old today, and Yolanda Brooks, turning 46 years old today, and my girl Kelly Jennerette, happy birthday to you, Kelly Kell, and Jacqueline Singleton, go get her. My girl Jackie Freeze, happy birthday to you, and last but not least, Lita Lee. I want to say she's turning 41 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all, and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious March 7th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, when the time is up, you gotta let them know. And when the time is up, you gotta let them go. Or when the time is up, you can't play around no more. You used to hang around doing ciphers in front of the store, but now that's a bore. And it's more than just a bore. You know that you just can't do it no more. You have moved on physically, you're mentally. It's time for you to rock. Can't hang on the block. You've been selling on the block for the last 7 years and 8 years, and you done drunk 8 beers in a row. And it's time for you to clean your act up, yo. And it's really starting to show up for your kids. They know that you did a bit or two, and it's time for you to clean up your act. And you gotta do better for your health and wealth. And no nobody else. You gotta do it for yourself. Because you the man, you the woman on the stand. It's time for you to act like you 100 grand. Stand up in the face of those who want you to falter. You gotta alter the things that you are doing. Your life don't have to be in no ruins. What the fuck is you talking about? What is you doing? Oh, kitty cat. I understand. I do. I get it. Crystal is in heat, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She's in heat. So she's one loving cat right now. Yes, I understand. All right. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another Daily Go Getimism show. So y'all make sure y'all come on through. All right. All right, so Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Oh, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do. But thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace.